I love being a life coach to people because I love using the skills that I've learned and acquired throughout my life to help bring other people who are having trouble to the next level. And I do see so many people who have this hope or this desire that they can't let go of for the idea of someone else to come and save them, or some happenstance of luck, or the government to change in a way that's suddenly going to benefit them particularly for some reason. Listen, if you're waiting for the government to come save you, you're a loser. And maybe that applies to you right now and that offends you, but you do have the choice and the ability to change your mentality. I can say that that was what was holding me back early on in my life, is that I was holding out hope. I was waiting for dumb luck or someone else to come and save me. The entire precursor to my success is that I had no family to rely on. I had a toxic friend who I finally decided to cut out of my life, and that's a huge milestone. If you have someone toxic in your life that you need to cut out, you know it, and you need to take action and do it. This particular friend I had been holding out some hope that eventually we would start some business together. This friend I had, he was born into wealth, and his mom gave him $70,000, and we had been talking about a business to start up and put together. And he decided he just wanted to spend it all on designer clothes, and he told me the reason is because he just likes to flex on people and make them feel inferior to him because they can't buy it. He developed into a person I just became so uncomfortable even hanging around with, and I was glad to cut him out. So anyways, I was at a point in my life where I really had no one to rely on but myself. I had fully accepted finally that no one was coming to save me but myself. Once I fully accepted that I'm the only one who's going to improve my life, that is the point where my life started to improve. At the time, I had a remote job that was paying me about $20 an hour, and I was living in Florida, and I was living by myself and was living paycheck to paycheck off of that pay, and I decided I was going to go abroad for a while. I spent 2 years in Thailand and 2 years in Colombia, and it was a lot cheaper to live in both of those places. And I was finally able to save about $1,500 a month because my cost of living was only about $1,000 a month. I was paying like $500 a month for rent and about $500 for food and other cost of living expenses. And I was able to finally build up a savings and a foundation to start investing with. It wasn't always fun and easy. While I was living in Colombia, I did get attacked by 3 people, and one of them had a knife. I had to fight all 3 of them off. But I did what I had to do to save my money and give myself that foundation that's so important. As I've said before, I have a technique for investing in stocks that I can expect about a 30% return year on average. And when you're dealing with that kind of return, it'll take you about 4 years if you're saving $1,500 a month to save your first $100,000, and about 8 years after that to save your first $1 million. You don't have to have any crazy advantages to do well in this life. You just need to have the right attitude and the right plan. If you don't have the right attitude, you're not going to have the ability to come up with the right plan, because you're just going to be thinking, woe is me, maybe the government will change into socialism and the rich people will have to give me all their money. So you do need to have a good attitude that will allow you to even be willing to come up with a plan. If you need help coming up with a plan, you can schedule a consult or a coaching session with me. But once you do start saving, you're going to build an investment base to start from. And if you have advantages, by all means use them. I would suggest to every young high school and college graduate to do live with your family for a few years and build up that base that is so important. Learn to tune out all of the haters that try to minimize what you're doing. You're going to find the more money that you do start to accumulate, the more potshot remarks you're going to get from friends who are beginning to become former friends. Yeah, but you're not getting to spend any of that money. Yeah, but you have to live at home. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be doing better than you. If they're not doing better than you, don't even give them the opportunity to enter into your mental space. If you want to form a plan and come up with a coaching session for yourself, you can shoot me an email and we can schedule that. If you want to feel sorry for yourself and tell me that capitalism is evil and we need a government to fix our problems, you're talking to the wrong guy.